YouTube! What the crap's going on? Welcome back to more Warhammer online battles. Yes, I am cranking them out today. Why? Because I was a little bit behind. Wanted to get you all caught up. This is going to be a vampire versus greenskin battle, where here is the Strigoi Ghoul King leading his vampire army. He's even got Vargeist. Really? Vargeist? Don't see them very often anymore. Vargeist are so flimsy. But, I don't know, against Greenskins, he's less likely to have a lot of good arrows and stuff, maybe, but there is, holy crap, 6 Wolf Riders, including the mangy Marauders. That is a lot of Wolf Rider archers. I guess you might as well, they're pretty fast. There'd be precious little the vampires could do to stop it. But, I mean, they don't do a ton of damage to armored units, which, I mean, that means they'd probably be decent to trying to pick away at Cryptors. Look at Azag here. Gonna come in and Spirit Leech Strigoi. So, trying to give the Strigoi Ghoul King a taste of his own medicine there. Azag with the cheeky Spirit Leech and then retreats. Look at the Wolf Riders here, really picking away at the Strigoi Ghoul King. I like it. Cryptor is starting to get shot, and then the main greenskin line is a huge number of Biggins, backed up by a Crimson Killers, which might work out since it's against the vampires if it doesn't get mobbed by like monsters or something. Now that Vargeist being used to go after Wolf Riders, which just isn't really in their interest. I mean, they're just going to take a ton of damage from all the rest getting skirmished around. There's a Banshee here. Let's see what happens with Azag. Azag's going to charge down onto the Mortis engine, it looks like. Or no, onto the Strigoi Ghoul King. And the Strigoi Ghoul King is dropping very, very quickly. The Banshee's rolling in as well. So some of the Biggins in the center just falling apart to terror. And that's definitely a downside for the Orc Biggins versus the Vampires. They are, you know, nice to have that hitting power against large like the Cryptors, but they just melt to terror. Look at that. Azag seemed to be doing well, and all of a sudden he's just completely turned around. Mortis engine, Banshee, Strigoi. Strigoi has, or the Ghoul King has a bonus versus large, so you gotta watch out. Now the Banshee's gonna go over here after the Night Goblin Shaman. The Banshee causes terror. The Mortis engine will cause terror. The Cryptors cause fear, I think. Crimson Killers, not doing great over here because they're spending some of their time up against Cryptors instead of just infantry. So, not a great use of them. The Devils, what is this? Schwarzhofen? Trying to chase down Azag, but then being forced back by all the Wolf Rider archers. The Wolf Rider archers here, not a bad idea, but the Greenskin engaged too hastily to have that much skirmishing power and not being able to use it all. So I think that was a mistake by the Greenskin player, engaging so quickly without using the skirmishers to their best just yet. Picking off some Graveguard with great weapons here, that's kind of cool. But I just don't think the Wolf Riders are going to pay off in the end. Nice use of them to shoot enemies in the back. But I mean, look, 10 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills just now. Yeah, probably not going to work. Ghoul King getting Spirit Leeched by returning Azag. So, Azag just kind of barely hanging in there, but he's going to get hit by the Devils of Schwarzhofen. And that's going to allow the Ghoul King to get a charge in, and the Ghoul King is going to put an end to Azag here, I think, if he catches him. So Terrorgeist does have a bonus versus large. Terrorgeist is very expensive, but it can definitely punch pretty hard in an aerial fight. Azag's retreating to the defense of his Wolf Archers, which is definitely a good play. This fight looked pretty bad for the Greenskins, but it's stabilized a little bit. And a lot of the Cryptors are down, so now you're just going to have to be dealing with Sternsmen. And the Wolf Rider Archers are able to extend and use all their ammunition here. The Devils of Schwarzhofen are dying. If Azag can stay alive maybe and Spirit Leech the Strigoi Ghoul King to death, that would be a huge play. There's a Mortis engine still alive this late into the game, which is extremely concerning. Because in a late game, Mortis engines can be a big pain in the butt. Looks like Azag's trying to finish off the Devils of Schwarzhofen there, and he's able to. He is pretty low on health. There's still a Banshee, and there's still a Ghoul King to deal with. Wolf Riders are running out of ammo, so now they're going to charge in. Maybe try and pin the Ghoul King on the ground. Yeah, just not a ton of kills. Yeah, I mean, the Wolf Riders just not really paying off a lot of kills. Did he get the Spirit Leech? No, but Azag got Spirit Leech. But then Azag gets the Spirit Leech off at the last second, so the Strigoi Ghoul King and his Terrorgeist are down. Azag is routing, though, with only 330 hit points left. There's still a Night Goblin Shaman alive, and that can make a big difference by using like Itchy Nuisance and some other key things there. So this looked like a runaway for the vampires, and it's actually going to end up being much closer. Graveguard fighting up against Night Goblins and Biggins. The Night Goblins are going to poison, or can the Graveguards be poisoned? I don't know if they can be poisoned because they're undead. Oh, but these are Armor Sundering. Sorry, these aren't poison. Well, if they are poison, it doesn't list it there. Yeah, ooh, Armor Sundering. That's a big deal against the Sternsmen. And then a nice rear charge there from the Wolf Riders to drop the leadership. Nice. Vampire leadership tends to be pretty low. Mortis Engine now starting to drop. It's picked up 60 kills. I don't even know if it counts the kills from it just dropping hit points off people. Crimson Killers ended up with 60 kills. Not crazy. This is going to be a tight fight. It says it's a little bit in favor of the vampires right now. That may be the Banshee. It does cause terror, and that's a huge deal in the end of this fight, because most of the Greenskin units here are vulnerable to terror. And the Banshee is immune to, or is 80% immune to physical attacks. And there's no Greenskin unit here short of Azag with the Spirit Leech that can do anything to the Banshee. And Azag is fleeing broken, shattered, in fact. Look at that Banshee slithering around the battlefield. Such a cool unit. And then the Mortis Engine survived. So yeah, the Greenskins are in terrible trouble at this point. The Mortis Engine slowly ripping away hit points. And in the late game, it is just brutal to have a Mortis Engine left around, because they will just wreck you. Look how cool that Mortis Engine looks too. The Vampires have got some really cool looking units. You got to give them that. Fun game. Appreciate Dokisen, or however you say that, for sending this in. I believe he said this was a tournament battle between him and Mukip, so it was fun. I enjoyed watching it, and I hope both these players enjoyed it too. I've never seen so many Wolf Riders from the Greenskins. It's an interesting play against the Vampires because of their lack of fast cavalry, per se. Like, they don't have like really fast, I mean, they have dire wolves, but no one's usually going to rely on dire wolves coming from the Vampires. Definitely like how much fear and terror was in this vampire army, and that's going to be tough to counter as the Greenskins. Very tough. And then interesting to see Azag on the field, and he actually did put up a pretty significant fight against Strigoi and got the better of him, the Strigoi Ghoul King, in the end. So I thought that was pretty fun too. What y'all think? Do you like it? I did. Hope you enjoyed that one. Got a couple of vampire battles for you, because why not? Because you can't have too many vampires. It's not patch 1 anymore, right? So we're not all sick of vampires. Oh man, hey, I appreciate MSI for sponsoring the build that I'm recording on. They gave me the motherboard for it. It's great. It helps me bring you high quality videos, and appreciate that support. Appreciate you, my awesome viewer, as usual, for joining in. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be making you more content soon. I love it, and I look forward to it. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now. See you then.